Hi guys, asking members of the public their opinions on political matters can be very insightful. However, when it comes to places like Northern Ireland, people may not be willing to open up to journalists from perhaps what they see as a biased source. Republicans may be more wary of speaking frankly to the likes of the BBC, and Loyalists to the likes of RTE, the Irish state broadcaster. So when somebody from outside Europe sat down with two Brexiteers in Belfast, they got perhaps a lot more honesty than usual. TRT, a Turkish state broadcaster, did just that when they asked why these two men voted for Brexit.
It's my last night in Belfast, and I've been invited to watch a football game between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, the first in 7 years. I'm meeting up with Tommy and Dee, two Loyalist fans who say they would never watch a game at a pub in a Republican neighbourhood. Does it feel like you're playing another country tonight?
Yes. Of course it's in our country. It is in our country. It's not a field. It is in our country.
Because there are people in other parts of this city who would say it's the same people playing each other.
No,
I know what you mean.
It's two different countries. It's a small minority of people in the north that want
It's the
to
Sinn Féin ones want the All Ireland. If it ever goes in All Ireland, there'll be a civil war.
Would you fight?
Yes. I'm 60 years of age, yes, I would fight. They keep us British.
Can I ask you specifically whether you voted to leave Europe or stay in Europe?
Leave.
I voted no.
Got ones coming over here from different countries. They're not bringing anything to this country. They're coming here and they're sponging. Don't want them.
So was that the reason, immigration?
Yeah, it's immigration.
Yeah.
You're getting all these, honestly, Muslims who want to take over the world.
Oh God. I don't know if they know that they're speaking to a Turkish journalist. Muslims want to take over the world. So this guy voted for Brexit to stop Muslims from taking over the world. And the other guy voted to keep spongers out. Okay. Look, in the run-up to the referendum in 2016, many people were saying this could damage the union. This would be a risk. This could really separate Northern Ireland from the rest of the UK. This could further a united Ireland. And Loyalists, like these guys probably, and in particular the DUP, ignored that and said, we don't care. We want out. We don't care about the European Union. We just want out. And I think it comes down to, and I've mentioned this before, it comes down to a deep hatred of Europe and Ireland and everything Irish. Like this guy voting to leave because of Muslims. What's that got to do with the European Union? The other guy because of spongers, people living off the state. I don't know what this guy does, but it's irrelevant. But does he? Of course, he believed that people would come to Northern Ireland to live off the state and not to work or not to contribute. But the shocking thing about this is that they voted for something that will destroy the union. I've said it, how many times have I said this before? Brexiteers don't give a crap about the union. Brexiteers in England don't give a crap about the union. When it came to protecting Northern Ireland, keeping Northern Ireland as part of the United Kingdom, or getting Brexit, they said we want Brexit on every occasion. When it comes to Scottish independence, they would be happy to see Scotland gone if it protects Brexit. So, you know, the Brexiteers don't care about the union. Loyalists and the DUP in Northern Ireland claim to care about the union, but they supported something that damages the union. Now, some of them probably thought that the British government would put a border on the island of Ireland. They would support putting a border there. But if they had read the Good Friday Agreement and they had looked at history from 1998 until today, until 2016, they would have realised that the British government had no intention of tearing up the Good Friday Agreement, because the consequences would be pretty dire. And what would they gain from that? Well, they would keep a few headbangers in Northern Ireland happy. So it would damage the UK on the world stage. It would damage its reputation with the European Union. It would damage its reputation with the United States. It could potentially face sanctions from the United States to satisfy crazy people in Northern Ireland. I'm not talking about unionists, I'm talking about crazy people. So the British government were not going to go down that road, even with Boris Johnson in charge. And they were told on a number of occasions this could damage the union, and they said, we don't care. We hate Europe. We hate Ireland. Our hatred of those places is stronger than any love for the union. Now, it's ironic that this guy said he'd be willing to go to war, but he still backs Brexit. Okay, it makes no sense to me. If he had turned around and said, I was wrong, I was lied to, Boris Johnson and the Brexiteers told me it would be wonderful and it's a disaster for the union, and now I'm going to fight, he'd be a bit more justified. Not really justified, but he'd be a bit more justified. But instead, he was lied to, and he's doubling down on those lies. Or maybe he's just too stupid to understand. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.